The agents were searching for, it's also unclear if Paul was home at the time. The Bureau said in a statement to LA's ABC7, "The affidavit in support of the search warrant is sealed and we are therefore prohibited from commenting as to the nature of the investigation." They added that no arrests were planned. According to TMZ, a quote, "small militia in armored trucks wearing SWAT and/or tactical gear was seen leaving his house."
This isn't YouTube drama, kids. This is a federal investigation. I mean, they came rolling in with tanks and helicopters. Take a look for yourself. There were legit soldiers all piled up hanging off the side of a truck, and they're wearing SWAT or tactical gear. Now, they're all descending upon Jake Paul's mega mansion.
The title says it all as reports explode claiming Jake Paul and Logan Paul are allegedly under FBI investigation after the Anthony Joshua car crash. Fans are openly questioning whether this was more than just an accident, with whispers of raids, empty houses, and the Paul brothers suddenly nowhere to be seen, while Anthony Joshua is left counting the cost.
The YouTube star was reportedly not present in the home when the search happened. The LA Times reporting that multiple weapons were found and taken from the property. The FBI has confirmed that no arrests were made.
What makes this even more unsettling is the claim that when investigators allegedly arrived, the house was empty. No Jake Paul, no Logan Paul, just questions. For boxing fans, it looks bad because while Anthony Joshua was fighting for his life, the noise around the Paul brothers only grew louder. If you also think that behind all this incident are Paul brothers, then like and hype this video and share your thoughts in comments section. The feeling among fans is simple. The Paul brothers could not handle the humiliation. Losing in the ring bruised more than pride, and some believe that resentment spilled outside boxing. Allegedly, this was meant to hurt Anthony Joshua badly, but he survived, and that only deepens the anger and suspicion around Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
You know, why has this piqued my interest? Well, I did a deep dive into Jake Paul back along. I'll come on to that. But then you saw this symbolism that Anthony Joshua did twice in the ring, which at first viewing looks like he's threatening Jake Paul. I'm going to kill you. That in itself, coming from a Muslim and a nice guy, because Anthony Joshua comes across as a nice guy.
What really rattled fans was Logan Paul's reaction almost immediately after the accident. Instead of restraint or respect, it came across as petty and bitter. While Anthony Joshua was recovering from a life-threatening crash, Logan Paul chose words that many saw as tasteless and revealing. Amid all this, Gareth A. Davis points out just how calm Anthony Joshua has stayed while the storm brews. Meanwhile, the Paul brothers are reportedly under investigation and authorities are reportedly trying to track them down. This contrast only makes Anthony Joshua look stronger and more composed in the face of chaos.
Well, I think some very interesting and germane points you make there in this moment, Raheem. That I think what I've noticed, that obviously there were a kind of panoply of opinions about him fighting Jake Paul to take it back a week and a half. I mean, I was critical of that fight being signed, first of all, because I worried about the dangers for Jake Paul. He got his jaw broken at the end of the day, and kind of used the scars as a flag in his new moon. Delusionally optimistic, in his words, as he is about these things. So Anthony Joshua went to America a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, played the role which he needed to play, was very classy throughout.
Tyson Fury's reaction captured exactly what the boxing world feels right now. Anthony Joshua's escape from the crash has left everyone stunned, while the Paul brothers face intense scrutiny. Questions are mounting about their possible involvement, and the pressure is only increasing as fans demand answers from Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, blacks, whites, Chineses, everybody on earth. This goes out to you. We are not divided. We are one peoples under God, united. That's what we are. Let no government, let no spokesperson, let no politician drive a wedge between humanity. Welcome your brothers and sisters as one. They are not your enemies. They are your brothers and sisters under God. We all came from Adam and Eve. In the beginning, everybody on earth. Remember that. Spread love, not hate. And spread peace, not war. All this talk of all the stuff that's going on, I mean, all the political stuff, trying to drive a wedge between humanity and God's children. Let us not go down that path. We are one, united under God in Jesus.
Reports are emerging that make this situation even more bizarre for fans of boxing. While Anthony Joshua was fighting for his life in the crash, questions about the Paul brothers' behavior continue to swirl. Allegedly, their actions and absence during the investigation are raising eyebrows and fueling speculation. The story has taken on a life of its own, with fans debating whether this was merely coincidence or something more. Anthony Joshua remains the central figure, surviving against all odds.
I hear what you're saying. You're probably saying, what the hell has this got to do with Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul? Well, this is where it gets...
The timing of this accident is raising serious eyebrows in the boxing community. Just 10 days after Anthony Joshua's bout with Jake Paul, he finds himself in a near-fatal crash. Fans are questioning whether this is purely coincidence or something more sinister. The fact that the Paul brothers have been difficult to reach and are reportedly under investigation only adds fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua's survival has turned him into an even bigger hero, with the world watching closely what unfolds next.
Ago, he was on top of the world. Apparently, he'd pocketed $92 million from his Jake Paul fight. The American audience was in love with him. His star was bigger than ever. And then just yesterday, we see footage like this of AJ being pulled from the wreckage in a situation where if he'd just sat on the other side of the car, they wouldn't have been pulling him out alive. There's no way he would have survived. And it puts everything into perspective, this. It really...
John Fury's reaction captures the shock and concern everyone feels. While Anthony Joshua survived a terrifying crash, questions swirl around the Paul brothers and their alleged involvement. The scrutiny on Jake Paul and Logan Paul continues to grow as authorities reportedly investigate, keeping fans glued to every update in this unfolding drama.
Quick video this morning on the AJ crash. AJ, you've got a guardian angel, my friend. God had his arms wrapped around you then. Condolences to the deceased. So terrible, young people. It just goes to show you, it's a stark reminder, but people, you've got to start paying attention. When driving a vehicle, you've got to be on clock at all times in a sound mind. Please don't drink. When you think it's all right, it's not. Please don't drug. When you think you can, you can't. It's a stark reminder that life's most fragile when you're enjoying yourself at the most. You know, when you're in a good time and you're not thinking and everything's dandy, that's when tragedy can strike. That's when you're most vulnerable. So may God give the deceased a good bed in heaven, 2 young men. But people have to wake up and start learning and start putting it out there to people that you can't drive a vehicle.
This clip brings the human cost into focus. 2 of Anthony Joshua's closest allies, his strength and conditioning coach and personal trainer, tragically lost their lives while he survived. Fans are shocked at how quickly this accident has escalated into whispers of Paul brothers' involvement. The fact that Joshua emerged alive from what is known as one of Nigeria's deadliest roads adds a heroic angle, reinforcing his resilience. The situation is compounded by reports that authorities are investigating, keeping all eyes on Jake Paul and Logan Paul, while the boxing world rallies behind Anthony Joshua in this harrowing moment.
Midday local time yesterday, 11 a.m. UK time here. The 2 men who lost their lives were both Joshua's friends, but also parts of his close team, which makes it all the more tragic. So Sina Agami was his strength and conditioning coach, and Latif Ayo Deli was his personal trainer. Absolutely awful news that Joshua's lost both of those 2. He emerged from the wreckage in one piece, which we're all grateful for here at Talk Sport. For context as well, the Nigerian officials say the black Lexus they were in collided with a stationary red truck. It was on this Lagos to Ibadan expressway. It's known as one of Nigeria's deadliest roads, with particularly heavy traffic, Jeff, at this time of year, as many Nigerians are heading back to their home country to spend some time with their loved ones over the festive period. We're told the car they were in actually lost control during an overtaking maneuver and then crashed into this stationary truck on the side of the road. Pictures circulating on social media after the crash show a crowd of onlookers then gathering around the wreckage. Joshua then emerging from that vehicle, and many people who have seen that on the back pages of many national newspapers today and the front page.
Tyson Fury's reaction underlines the gravity of this situation. While the world breathes a sigh of relief that Anthony Joshua survived, the tragedy of losing two close team members casts a shadow. The boxing community is stunned as rumors of the Paul brothers' alleged connections circulate, with many questioning if there's more than just coincidence here. Fury's prayers highlight the respect for Anthony Joshua and the seriousness of the accident. Fans are discussing every detail, from the crash circumstances to the timing after the Jake Paul fight. Anthony Joshua's survival and composure in this chaos is now a symbol of resilience and strength.
Even with the details still murky, this clip shows how perilous the crash truly was. Anthony Joshua's SUV collided with a stationary truck, and while nobody can confirm other passengers, the outcome was almost fatal. Fans are now piecing together timelines, especially considering the proximity to the Jake Paul fight, leading to intense speculation about motives and possible Paul brothers' involvement. Anthony Joshua's survival continues to amaze everyone, highlighting his focus and strength both inside and outside the ring. The boxing world watches closely, and social media debates are raging about coincidence versus calculated malice in this mysterious situation.
There was someone in the stationary truck. I'm not sure about that, so I'm not going to report on that, but the truck was stationary, and Anthony Joshua's SUV struck the station.
Joe Rogan's take is chilling and highlights just how narrowly Anthony Joshua escaped a fatal outcome. The fact that he wasn't wearing a seatbelt may have saved his life, and this shocking detail adds to the tension surrounding the crash. With the Paul brothers under scrutiny, fans are scrutinizing every angle, connecting dots from the recent Jake Paul fight to the timing of this accident. Joshua's survival against such odds reinforces his legendary status and leaves the public demanding answers. Every update on the investigation into Jake Paul and Logan Paul is now dissected, keeping the spotlight firmly on this developing story.
I mean,
that's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead. Probably, or fuck.
Alexander Usyk's words put a spotlight on the emotional toll this accident has taken on Anthony Joshua and everyone around him. Losing two team members while surviving himself is a stark reminder of the fragility of life. At the same time, Usyk's respect for Joshua's resilience is evident, and fans see Anthony Joshua standing strong amidst chaos. The Paul brothers' alleged involvement continues to fuel debates online, with speculation growing as investigations reportedly continue. Anthony Joshua's determination to recover and focus on his career despite these tragedies only elevates his status as one of boxing's true warriors.
Alexander Usyk said, "This is an unbelievable loss. Sinna Atlatif are two incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery. Stay strong."
John Fury's heartfelt reaction perfectly captures the relief and admiration the boxing world feels for Anthony Joshua. Surviving such a devastating accident while two close team members tragically lost their lives underscores how precarious the situation was. Fans are increasingly connecting this incident to the Paul brothers' suspicious behavior and the ongoing FBI investigation, questioning whether more than misfortune was at play. Anthony Joshua's resilience and ability to face such adversity elevate him beyond just a fighter. He embodies strength, focus, and determination under pressure. Social media conversations are filled with support for him, but also outrage at the possibility of foul play. Every statement, from family to former opponents, is reinforcing the narrative that Joshua not only survived physically, but remains mentally and emotionally unshaken. The world now watches closely for developments in the investigation and any implications for Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
AJ, you're one lucky lad. God bless you, man. I'm glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible. Anyway, good luck everybody, and try and enjoy the new year as much as you can and be safe.
Eddie Hearn's message highlights the importance of immediate support and care for Anthony Joshua and the families affected by the accident. While the world is still processing how Joshua survived and the tragic loss of 2 key team members, fans are increasingly focused on the allegations surrounding the Paul brothers and their potential connection to this situation. With the FBI reportedly involved and investigations ongoing, the tension grows as everyone awaits clarity. Joshua's remarkable resilience shines through in the face of unimaginable adversity, demonstrating his mental toughness matches his physical prowess in the ring. Support from the boxing community and fans globally has been unwavering, reflecting the deep respect and concern for Joshua. Meanwhile, speculation about Jake Paul and Logan Paul's involvement continues to fuel debates and headlines. Joshua's focus, combined with this solidarity, reinforces his image as a true champion who rises above chaos.
Really be there for them and the family, anything they need. You know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy and happy.
Turki Al-Ashik's reaction brings an international perspective to Anthony Joshua's accident and potential injuries. The fact that there may have been brain trauma adds a chilling layer to the already serious situation. Fans and analysts are weighing the risks Joshua faced, especially given the timing just days after his fight with Jake Paul, making suspicions around the Paul brothers even more compelling. The ongoing FBI investigation into their alleged involvement keeps the story in the spotlight, while Joshua's survival and composure continue to inspire admiration. Public discussions are focusing not only on the physical ramifications, but also the psychological impact on Joshua after such a traumatic event. The loss of close team members combined with rumors of foul play makes this a defining moment in his career and life. Support continues to pour in from the boxing world, reinforcing Joshua's resilience and commitment to overcome adversity despite the shadows of suspicion. Eddie Hearn's advice underscores the importance of prioritizing care and support for Anthony Joshua and those affected by this harrowing accident. With 2 of his close team members tragically lost and Anthony surviving what could have been fatal injuries, the stakes are emotionally immense. Meanwhile, the Paul brothers remain under suspicion, with the FBI reportedly investigating their potential involvement. Fans are alarmed by the timing, just days after Joshua's fight with Jake Paul, and are demanding accountability. Joshua's mental and physical resilience is evident, inspiring confidence in his ability to recover and remain focused on his career. The global boxing community is rallying around him, offering support and respect. This situation has turned into a high-stakes narrative that mixes tragedy, survival, and suspicion, leaving everyone eager for updates on the investigation and the next moves of both Anthony Joshua and the Paul brothers.
For them and the family, anything they need. You know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy and as happy as can.
The shocking news of Anthony Joshua surviving such a catastrophic car accident while tragically losing 2 of his closest team members has sent ripples across the boxing world, and the suspicions surrounding Jake Paul and Logan Paul have only intensified the drama. With the FBI reportedly conducting investigations and eyewitness accounts hinting at suspicious activity around the time of the crash, fans are demanding answers and justice. The timing, just days after Joshua's high-profile fight with Jake Paul, raises serious questions questions about motive and opportunity, and it's clear that the Paul brothers' actions are under intense scrutiny. Despite all this chaos, Anthony Joshua's resilience and focus remain unmatched, proving once again why he is not just a champion in the ring, but also in life. The global boxing community continues to rally behind him, offering support and admiration, while the world waits to see what legal or professional consequences the Paul brothers may face. Do you believe the Paul brothers had a hand in this shocking incident, or was it a tragic coincidence? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let the debate begin, because this story is far from over.